If you want a tiny apartment, this is as big as they get in Manhattan, New York City.
Ooh, big window. Oh, this is cool. And it looks like we got a big bedroom. Kitchen here looks a little bit more futuristic.
But that could just be because the stove light is on.
Down there, that's actually 54th Street in Midtown, and check out some of these towers you can get a glimpse of. Only in the center of the city do you get a view like this. It's raining today, but luckily the place we're headed to is not too far away. It's in Midtown Manhattan, and I think it's gonna look like this. I don't know if this is exactly what we're seeing. They're kind of like loft-ish spaces. It's also a building with a doorman, so hopefully we'll get to see some cool stuff. And even though it's raining, I want to try to get on the roof if it's possible, because we're like right by tons of tall buildings. I have high hopes. And I've also learned that the children's vitamins I've been taking, you're supposed to take 2 of them, so I've been vitamin deficient for the last couple of days because an adult serving is 2 of these little guys. I've developed a pounding headache. I was at my first holiday party of the year last evening. I had 1 beer. I haven't had anything to drink since before the pandemic started, and my head is just... Also, I'm pretty upset about something. This backpack company, these guys hustled me. They told me that they wanted to do a sponsored video. I told them my rate is the price of 2 used Honda Civics. They said no to that, but they sent me this thing anyways. This is my old backpack. It's falling apart. It's not even a camera backpack, but they're from New York. Look at that. I can keep all my stuff in there. Pretty cool. The name is Brevet, but I still want those 2 used Honda Civics. I'm upset. Here we are at 50th Street. It's like barely raining, which is good. And what's also good is the building is right up the street here on 8th Avenue. 8th Avenue may or may not be for everybody, but you do have your share of little businesses like this bowl place and this Mexican restaurant that I'm standing in front of, which is better than Chipotle. Truth, can't go wrong if you have to pick between the 2. Ha, speak of the devil, look, there's one right here. Thank God it's empty. Their deception is wearing off. It's not real Mexican food. This massive tower, this is our destination. And the diner downstairs is called the Cosmic Diner. I've actually eaten here recently. It's pretty good, and check this out. They got a really big menu with a ton of stuff, and it looks like there's a ton of people inside. Charles, dude, I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, I'm late. I thought I was late.
Can you tell this is a pretty sweet building? We're actually here to see 2 1-bedrooms, and again, these are like these large loft style things with like big windows, so should be pretty fun. If you guys are interested, my friend Charles, these are his listings. I'm gonna have his info in the video description. Look, he's got this big bike that he rode here in the rain today like a warrior, and somehow he was still a little bit late, just like me. This is a process. The doorman's cool though. He says we can keep it in here even though this lobby's super nice. Oh, this is cool. And it looks like we got a big bedroom. And look at this view. We are in the heart of Midtown. Down there, that's actually 54th Street in Midtown. And check out some of these towers you can get a glimpse of. Only in the center of the city do you get a view like this. It's big, really big. How much is this?
$33.49.
$33.49 for a luxury 1-bedroom with a doorman in Midtown. So part of the reason that these are so affordable is because even though the building has the doorman, it doesn't have like the gym. There is laundry, but there's not like an amenity suite that you're paying extra for. This is the basement. Look, we got a full laundromat down here. This is incredible. There's actually more machines here than I expected to find. Look at that, they got an army of laundry carts. Looks like they got this app that everybody uses that'll tell you on your phone when your laundry's done, so you can go to your room and then come back. But how much do you want to bet that even with that smart app, you're still gonna come here with your stuff and have to take somebody's stuff out awkwardly and put it in one of those carts and just hope they don't fight you. This is pretty cool. The building has not just one, but 1, 2, 3 elevators, so super useful. If you ever tour a luxury building and they don't have a whole bunch of these, you're probably gonna end up taking the stairs. Closet spacer is also really good, and if you are having a good time, subscribe. We have adventures like this 6 days a week. The layout here makes a lot of sense. That's the closet we just saw, and over there you got the front door and the kitchen, and then everything else here is living space. This living room's huge, 11 feet 10 inches wide by 25 feet 6 inches. This is big. Over by the front door in that corner, you could have a dining table. Right over here, and then everything on the other side of that hallway, this can all be like a den, a hangout, or even a home office. For example, you could have your couch against this wall, you could have a big entertainment center against the wall over here.
I really like this kitchen.
And that's because they didn't leave anything out. This right here, this is the microwave. Below that, we got a huge stove. Look at that, it's got 5 burners, really big. You almost never see that in Manhattan.
Counter space here is also really good. You can totally make stuff here. And look at this. Over here in the corner, we've got ourselves a sink sprayer, which is all that really matters to me.
No light in the bedroom, but I mean, it's a big bedroom. View here is exactly the same as what we had in the living room. That's good. This is an eastward view, by the way, so in the morning, the light in here will be really good.
And that's really the only thing saving us right now because there's no light on the ceiling, as you can see. You'll need a floor lamp. Anyways, we got 13 feet 10 inches by 10 feet 6 inches.
Queen bed, no problem. You'll also be able to fit a dresser and a desk. But I'm pretty impressed with the closet here. This thing is massive. It goes up pretty high, and look, it goes back pretty far too.
In fact, this thing is so big, I'm thinking of changing the definition of what counts as a full walk-in closet. Bathroom here is really bright. Look at how big it is as well. You've got a massive tub.
We've also got the sliding door. I know this isn't for everybody, but you don't have to have a nasty shower curtain from Amazon. And this is gonna be pretty easy to use. Also, check out the medicine cabinet. This thing's pretty good. It slides. You can have like an entire pharmacy right there above your sink. What's the rent on this one?
Same price, $33.50.
Really? I think I prefer this. It's just so much sunnier. This is why we're facing west over 8th Avenue. You can not see anything over there. That's how you know we're not facing Midtown. Tons of light coming in. This is fantastic. Kitchen here looks a little bit more futuristic.
But that could just be because the stove light is on.
Bedroom's much brighter as too. I love that.
And the closets by the door, I think there's more of them.
Look at this. On this side right here, you've got 3, and then there's another guy over here. This is pretty good. You could definitely get a lot of use out of all this stuff.
And that's what's crazy about apartment hunting. Here we are in the same building looking at the same price of apartment, but it feels completely different. If you've seen one and you left the building or you didn't see the other because your agent didn't show you, you would have missed out.
This one's actually a little bit bigger too. 27 feet 1 inch by 11 feet 10 inches. He's on the phone with the doorman. I guess they need the key back, but that's how you talk to the doorman in a building like this. Are we in trouble? No, we're good? Okay. Now, since the kitchen's over here, you could put your table here against the wall, or you could put it in the other corner. You've got more options for where that can go. Then I would make the rest of this all living space, just like in the apartment that we just saw, no other changes.
Because at the end of the day, it's shaped like a box. You put stuff against the wall. That's really all you can do, but hey, at least it clearly fits a lot of stuff. And as far as kitchens go, even though this one, it seems a little bit darker, I think that's because of the dark tile. I think I like it better.
You can see we got the dark floors and the dark counters, but the oven and stove look nice. We got that 5-burner deal plus a microwave.
This might be the same fridge we had upstairs. Not super fancy, but it is big.
And just like upstairs, we have ourselves a sink sprayer. The difference here though, these cabinets are see-through, so if you have like cups and stuff in here, your foolish guests won't have to rummage through all of your neatly organized things to find stuff.
This bedroom's also better, I think.
Size is very similar, 9 feet by 12 feet 7 inches, but the light, that right there is game changing. Oh, and this closet's way better. We've got 2 sides to it, much more useful, easier to get into. And look at that, you can see that across the street, way down there, they're putting in a P.F. Chang's. That'll be great for your eternal health. And by health, I mean emotional health, because if you eat there, you will feel good for a few minutes before you fall asleep. The bathroom here is a little bit like the kitchen. I think that it's an upgrade from what we saw downstairs. Check this out. Got that fancier tile on the floors. Sink and everything else is very, very similar, but I do think it has a nicer feel to it. We've also got a medicine cabinet that's a few decades newer than the one downstairs because the doors kind of swing out on little tiny hinges. Are these features that make you want to live in New York City? Guys, once again, if you want to live here, I'm going to have all Charles' info in the video description, and then why don't we see something else together? You can pick another video here or here, and be sure to check out Charles' YouTube channel.
And subscribe.
To him and to me.